Like and subscribe right now, or this spider will crawl on your face while you're sleeping. We've all seen some statue or the other during our lives that have been well known due to some historical or political importance, such as the infamous Statue of Liberty. But the statues we'll look at today are well known for almost coming to life and moving. So, without further ado, let us look into 10 times mysterious statues were caught on camera moving. Number 10. The creepy antique doll. Not much is known about this clip, except for the fact that it was uploaded to YouTube and various other websites. Therefore, it's extremely difficult to know when the original video was actually taken and posted. But that doesn't take away from its creepiness. As the video plays, a composite doll comes into view, which is a kind of doll that was made before the 1940s. It's basically a doll that's made up of tightly packed sawdust, which in time gives it this creepy, cracked skin vibe. What's even weirder is that during the video, the doll can be clearly seen moving its arms. So, is this a real haunted doll, or is someone out there just messing with us?
Before we move on, I've got a little challenge for you that'll take 5 seconds to complete. So here's the deal. You just leave a like on this video, smash that subscribe button, and hit the notification bell, and you'll get 25 years of amazing luck. Try it. It really works.
Number 9. The spinning pharaoh. There's always something a tad mysterious when it comes to ancient Egypt and anything related to it. What we mean is that everything about it always seems to revolve around curses. For example, the Pharaoh curse, the tomb curse, you see what we're getting at? So, when an ancient Egyptian statue in the Manchester Museum started to move on its own, people immediately started thinking that the statue was cursed. In the video taken, you can see a small 10-inch statue turning on its own, apparently wanting to turn away from the visitors that kept looking at it. Employees at the museum thought that the statue was moving on its own, so they set up a time-lapse camera to film it. People automatically assumed that it was a mysterious curse that was causing the statue to turn, but this isn't actually the case. It's actually just vibration from foot traffic and vehicle traffic that's making it turn. You see, the bottom of the statue is not entirely flat, but rather is a bit convex, making it susceptible to vibration. An investigation into the matter showed that the statue only turns during times of heavy foot and vehicle traffic, which is during the day, and stops moving at night. Number 8. The moving Jesus. This statue of Jesus was reported to have moved during one religious activity in Mexico. This particular statue was depicted to be carrying his cross. Like many other similar statues, it was looking down. However, in this case, he probably got tired of standing in such a posture for a long time and decided to stretch his neck a bit by tilting his head up, and it was all captured on video. But there might be a rational explanation for this though. According to what we've read, statues like these are often made in separate sections and then put together. Is it possible that the head shifted its position because it wasn't securely attached to the body? Or could it also be a miracle? Who really knows? Number 7. The talking Buddha. After a service at a Buddhist center, over 100 members were lining up to meet Tong Chu, the abbot of the center, when they saw something that they would remember for the rest of their lives. A handful of the Buddha statues in the Pujan Service Center of Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia, were seen moving their lips, blinking, moving their chests and hands, and giving out light. This strange occurrence took place for about an hour. Now, it's one thing to see one statue failing at what it's basically made to do, which is not to move, but several of them at once is a totally different breed of strange. Witnesses said they first saw one statue's lips move, and its chest also moved as though it was breathing. Then, other statues started moving their lips, and some kept blinking and even moved their fingers up and down. Let us know what one is to do during such a strange event. Apparently, you whip out your phone and start taking videos. Number 6. The blinking Snow White. The original video was posted on YouTube way back in 2011, which was taken from the footage of some news program in Mexico. The place was called Reno Magico, which was an abandoned amusement park located in Veracruz, Mexico. The park was reported to be cursed, which was the reason for its closure and eventual abandonment. Anyway, the footage was taken by a group of urban explorers that seemed to have a particular taste for creepy places, and believe me, Reno Magico is one creepy place. The group was taking videos of what was supposed to be Snow White and the 7 dwarf statues, which are, of course, completely not backed by Disney. One of the explorers suddenly showed a particular interest in the rip-off Snow White statue and started zooming in on its face. At this point, it seems that the statue felt quite uncomfortable being filmed by some stranger, so it let the guy know how she was really feeling by blinking her eyes. Of course, this sent the explorers screaming and running in terror for their lives, but then again, who wouldn't after being part of such a crazy thing? Number 5. The Crying Mary. When it comes to legendary movie religious icons, Jesus wins by a landslide. The internet is littered with videos allegedly showing various statues of Jesus moving on as they please, and we don't know whether this is some odd coincidence, but most of these moving Jesus statues belong to Mexico. In any case, most of them look fake, so they're not worth mentioning or don't bother getting attraction. But what is worth mentioning is the case of the Crying Mary. That's right, hundreds of Virgin Mary statues all over the world have been reported to be doing stuff that they're not supposed to do. Like we said earlier in this video, moving, or in their case, crying. Quite like this statue of Our Lady of Guadalupe in Mexico that has been seen to cry oily tears that, oddly, smells of roses. Some of the tears have been collected to be analyzed, but there are no reports of the results just yet. Or this one statue of Mary that's been reported to cry tears of blood in the Philippines, though it's true that quite a few of these supposedly crying statues have been discovered to be fake. There are still quite some of them that remain unexplained. Number 4. The Thirsty Ganesha. A while back in India, the price of milk skyrocketed. Now, you might think it was because of something economical or faulty production, but it was all because of a statue of a Hindu god that all of a sudden decided it was thirsty and drank milk. The statue of Ganesha, which is the Hindu god of prosperity and new beginnings, can be seen in this video being spoon-fed with milk, and surprisingly, you can also see the milk vanishing from the spoon and seemingly being sucked into the mouth of the statue without any spilling. As India is quite the hotbed for fake miracle workers and fake prophets, the miracle has come under some scrutiny and the phenomena is still being studied as of this day. But the chances of it being fake are quite large, honestly, but until it's proven, you'll never really know. Number 3. The Sai Baba statue. Apparently, Sai Baba is to the Hindus what Jesus Christ is to the Christians. He was a teacher or spiritual messiah of sorts that was first rebuked and hated because of his teachings, and then later gathered a massive following because of those same teachings, as well as his followers grew exponentially in the millions prior to his death in 1918. He was known to perform a lot of miracles during his time. He spent most of his life in isolation in an abandoned mosque, where he kept a bonfire burning day and night. In any case, his miracles didn't end after his death apparently, as there was a statue of Sai Baba apparently moving its arms so much so that the flower wreath draped around its neck fell off. And with that, it's now time for today's subscriber pick. Today's photo was sent to us by one of our subscribers, so if you come across a photo online and want to know more details about it, just send it on over to us. We might even feature it in a future video. Number 2. The image that you see before you is that of the Statue of Liberty. The only weird thing about this is that the hand that holds the torch is no longer in its usual resting place. Instead of being held up high, the hand is almost at a 90-degree angle. implicating that the statue may be alive and well. Number 1. The underwater statues of Cancun. The underwater statues in the Cancun Underwater Museum of Art are alive, but not in the way you would think. Besides being a cool diving spot, these underwater statues actually have a much more noble purpose. They were sunk to create an artificial reef for fish and other underwater wildlife to call their home. In fact, most of the statues already have some sort of aquatic life clinging onto them, making them technically alive and constantly on the move. Well, that concludes our list of the 10 times mystery statues were caught on camera moving. Let us know in the comment section below which one of these you would love to see in real life. And as always, don't forget to like, subscribe, and click that bell icon.